Why was this not a bigger hit? A perfect mid-70s pop record on Billboard's Hot 100 the week of April 27, 1974. I Am What I Am by Lois. I believe it's Lois. I always think it's Louise, but it's only Lois. Lois Fletcher. I Am What I Am at number 67 on Billboard's Hot 100, April 27th, 1974. Some of the other big hits that you might remember: Sundown by Gordon Lightfoot's on here, jumping from 73 to 63. We got One Hell of a Woman by Mac Davis, one of his biggest hits at number 64, up from number 70. And let's see, we got just one more. Rock On by David Essex on Billboard's Hot 100 for 25 weeks, down to number 58. But let's go to this Lois Fletcher record, I Am What I Am. Just a jaunty, upbeat record. The accordion, I believe, at the beginning of this record just really adds a lot of flavor. Nice flavor. Almost kind of cornball, but I mean cornball in a flattering sense. It just, well, anyway, I Am What I Am by Lois Fletcher at number 67 on Billboard's Hot 100. Now, I got to get into the songwriters in just a minute. But first, I did find a little information on Lois Fletcher. She's kind of an obscure figure. She did get her big break when she appeared on Canadian TV. She's from Canada. In the early 60s, she played in a folk group, a folk troupe, and after a gig in New York City, she joined a folk band, a group that was called the Back Porch Majority. This was in the mid-60s, I think. Started releasing singles as a solo artist in the 60s and 70s, but none ever became big, except for this record. Relatively speaking, I Am What I Am, but I'll get into that chart position in just a minute on this record. Off the Playboy record label, same label, based in Los Angeles, that sported the likes of Al Wilson, Greg Kihn. Also, Hamilton, Joe, Frankie, and Reynolds had their biggest hit. Well, the biggest hit off the Playboy record label was Falling in Love. Baby, baby, I'm falling in love again by Hamilton, Joe, Frank, and Reynolds, or just Hamilton, Joe, Frank in 1975. This record, I Am What I Am. Oh, yes, now we get to the good part, the good stuff. Guess who wrote this record? Oh, it's so lovely. Scott English and Richard Kerr, the same guys who wrote Mandy. Well, originally it was called Brandy, and Scott English released his version of Brandy late 71, early 72, but his version only made it number 91 here in the States, although it was a big hit in England, went to number 12 in Britain, but only number 91 here in the States. And then it was rearranged to Mandy. The name changed so it wouldn't be confused with the Looking Glass record, Brandy by the Looking Glass. And with Larry Weiss, Scott English wrote Bid Me, Shade Me, one of the most unforgettable songs of the 60s. I still love that record. But do you know there were two versions of that record? Two hit versions. There was a British and American hit version. Well, the Outsiders did it originally, but then the American Breed had the American hit version. And in England, Amen Corner had the hit version of Bid Me, Shade Me. But you don't need to remember that. Just know that it was written by Scott English and Larry Weiss. And they wrote this record, I Am What I Am, by Lois Fletcher. Coming in at number 67 on Billboard's Hot 100, down from its peak at 64 previous week on Billboard's Hot 100 for 7 weeks at 1974.